It's a great day for keto. My name is Liftar, and I'm bringing you today's keto tip. Welcome. Today's keto bite. Does keto help with depression? Big medical disclaimer at the beginning. This is not meant as medical advice in any way. I'm not a doctor. If you have severe depression, you need to call somebody right now for help. This is for long term. If you've had depression and you go in and out of it and you don't seem to have any reason for it, this is where this might help you. So the simple answer to the question, does keto help with depression? It very well could. There are a couple of big buts, and there are a bunch of variables. First is your genetics, which I have no way of knowing. I personally have issues with what I assume is mild depression. It's right in my genetics. I have the genetic printout. I can see it right there on the paper. Mine, in my case, is 100% affected by what I eat. If I eat something wrong, I can go into sadness and depression really fast. I can also come out within a day or so after I figure out what I ate wrong. It's a very definite, strong thing in me, but it did take some years to figure it out and really figure out what was causing the problem. And you have to do that by watching your diet very carefully and then taking things out one at a time until you see what's making the problem. In my case, a large part of the problem is grains. The gluten, which is in all grains except rice and corn, goes straight into the genes in my mental pathway. This is me, not you. Everybody's different. In me, it goes right in there and just wreaks havoc. It makes my brain go completely weird. Keto doesn't allow any grains anyway, so it will probably stop a lot of people's problems just from that. Now, if I eat anything with soy in it, I feel like I hate being inside of my skin. It's a very creepy, weird, uncomfortable feeling, and it sounds a lot like what people describe who eventually resort to sex changes. They can't stand who they are and don't feel right in their own skin. Well, that happens to me when I have soy. I don't know your case. A lot of people, it's just something in their food that can change the way they feel very deeply. You may or may not be as reactive to food. It may not be that obvious. You have to experiment. So back to keto and depression. There's another little tricky thing. When you first start keto, you can have some early keto blues, they call it, as your body dumps toxins and changes from burning sugar over to burning fat. So it's a little catch-22. Where keto might help you immensely in the long run, you might have to go through a little unpleasant patch at the beginning. If you think you have a problem with gluten, you can try giving up gluten for a while before you start the keto. So just take your normal diet, whatever it is, and leave out all the grains. And then try keto, and it may not be such a big jump for your body that causes you to go into a temporary, more depressed state, or not depression, but just you don't feel good sometimes at the beginning of keto. And by the way, hydrate, and take lots of electrolytes. It'll really help with that. The final answer to the question about keto and depression, qualified yes. For certain people, it'll be miraculous. For others, it'll help really a lot. For some, it'll help some. Some may not notice any difference. It depends on what the depression is from. There's just so many variables, there's no way. You're just going to have to experiment with it, try it, see if it works. It's definitely worth a try. What do you have to lose but a few pounds? And that's today's Keto Bite. If you enjoy these bite-sized tips, then come on over to rockthatketo.com and sign up for fabulous recipes, how-to tips, and inspirational stories of people who have lost weight or gotten healthy for the first time in their life. If you're ready to dive in and start losing serious weight, we have a foolproof 30-day plan all laid out for you. You can start losing weight today. Come on and check us out at rockthatketo.com, and we'll see you next time.